loss. Doctors are saying that some of the patients have reported losing the desire to drink alcohol while taking Ozempic. Now, some researchers are wondering if the drug could potentially help people with alcoholism. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, more than 14 million people had an alcohol abuse disorder in 2019 alone. So joining us now to discuss the correlation between alcohol and Ozempic-like drugs is Dr. Ryan Marino, Medical Director of Toxicology and Addiction Medicine at University Hospitals in Cleveland. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Let's start with considering the effects of drinking alcohol while taking Ozempic have not been studied, so we want to acknowledge that. But do we see it as a safe way to limit or stop excessive drinking?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Lindsay. So I think right now we're seeing a very interesting signal in people who are taking semaglutide for the currently approved indication. So that would be for diabetes or for weight loss after trying other therapies. And so there's no indication that it would be unsafe to use alcohol while you're taking this. But for now, this is just a signal. And while it's very promising, I wouldn't recommend that anyone go out and get semaglutide just for this reason.
Sure. So what do we know about how the body reacts to this drug and how it's reducing a person's desire not only to drink, but also to eat?
Yeah, so the drug itself, I mean, has a lot of different effects on the body, and we know how it regulates kind of insulin production and the way sugar is metabolized. But it most likely also seems to have effects on reward signaling processes in the brain. And so even neurotransmitters like dopamine that are involved in things like addiction and substance use disorders, as well as eating and obesity. So that is kind of where the research is focusing right now. And there have been animal studies with similar drugs showing very promising effects, not even just for alcohol, but for kind of all addictions.
And are there any adverse side effects to taking Ozempic and mixing it with alcohol or drugs like Ozempic?
To my knowledge, there has not been a significant risk. The side effects from taking drugs like Ozempic are usually kind of nausea, vomiting, upset stomach, those kind of side effects. And so those might be exacerbated by combining alcohol. And interestingly enough, the people who are reporting that their drinking has been reduced have said that they actually are kind of disgusted by alcohol sometimes, the same way that we're hearing that people no longer will have any interest in actually be disgusted or grossed out by foods that they used to like.